Hello, welcome to my videos. In this time, I'm going to talk about that Cruz Azul lost his first game of the week one, Apertura 2023 Liga MX, where Atlas defeated 2-0 Cruz Azul. So Cruz Azul lost in its first game tonight, in a game that really Cruz Azul played a very horrible game. And to be honest, this score was cheap because Cruz Azul could have lost this game by 5 or 7 goal difference because Cruz Azul played a very ugly game, especially in the defense. But first, I'm going to talk about how Cruz Azul started the game, where the starting lineup for the Cruz Azul was where Cruz Azul play the next formation 4-2-3-1, where the goalkeeper was Sebastián Jurado. That in my opinion in the first goal Jurado could have done more, but he saved Cruz Azul that Atlas scored more goals. And played with four defense. In the center back played Subiria Silva. He's a novice, and he played his first game of the in the in his history, but he played a very bad game because he had some errors. And Salcedo was the other center back. He played a very bad game, ugly, ugly game. Sorry, and he was one of the reasons why Cruz Azul lost this game. And he made a lot of mistakes that cost the Cruz Azul the one goal. And to be honest, I was happy that Cata Dominguez left the team, but maybe Salcedo is gonna be worse than Cata Dominguez, and maybe I'm gonna to regret that Salcedo come to Cruz Azul. And as a fullbacks for the right side were Ignacio Rivero, that really he played a very bad game. This is where because he regularly played a very good game, and he was responsible for the Atlas first goal because he had the error. And as a right fullback was Iturbide Basket. Also, he played his first game in first division, and he was in the starting lineup. He didn't play a very good game, but he did a good job. And as a defense midfielder were Eric Lira and Kevin Castaño. Eric Lira had a regular game, but Kevin Castaño really played a very bad game because he didn't pass the ball very good, and he didn't defend well. So he played a very bad game, but Eric Lira played a regular game. And as a offense midfielder, we have three: Rotondi, Moises, and Tabo. Moises, in my opinion, was the best player of the game because he tried to move the team to pick up the ball, but he couldn't score a goal. Rotondi and Tabo played a regular to bad game. They didn't play a very good game. And Lotti, as a forward, he played a very bad game. So the team played a very bad game because, to be honest, the team didn't have the four starting lineup. Sorry, four starting lineup that Westcast that he is playing the Central American tournament. Antuna he is playing the Antuna and Charlie Rodriguez are playing the Gold Cup, and Escobar that he's injured but he's going to come back. So Cruz Azul is going to improve a lot. So about the game, Cruz Azul played a very bad game in the first half. The game was level because some parts Atlas dominate the first part of the first half, and other the Cruz Azul. But again, like the last game that Cruz Azul and Atlas faced in the repechaje, the 1 month ago, 2 months ago, Atlas scored in the first minutes of the game, where in the -5, Eduardo Daniel Aguirre, El Mundo Rodriguez scored the Atlas first goal after Cruz Azul didn't defend very well. This goal was responsible for Ignacio Rodriguez, and Atlas was leading the game since the first minutes of the game. And this is ironic because remember that the Mudo Rodriguez was going to be contact for the Cruz Azul, but remember that the operation didn't didn't result, and Eduardo Mudo Rodriguez that played in Santos come to play to Atlas and score against Cruz Azul. Ironic. And after that goal, Cruz Azul tried to to try to score more goals. But to be honest, Atlas was better than Cruz Azul, and Atlas in the last minutes of the first half had the opportunity to score the second goal, but they couldn't because they couldn't. And in the half time, Atlas was leading the game 1-0, and Atlas was a little better than Cruz Azul. But in the second half, Atlas played a tremendous game. They played a very good game, and they could have won the game for more. They could have scored more than three goals because they play a tremendous game. But if Sebastián Jurado didn't play a very good game a very great game in the second half, Atlas could have won this game by 4 or 5 goal difference. And Cruz Azul play a very very ugly game, a very very bad game in the second half, especially in the defense. They play a very bad game, especially Salcedo that he played a very bad game, and I don't see if Salcedo is gonna to help this team. And in the second half, in the minus 72, Aldo Rocha scored the Atlas second goal, and Atlas was leading 2-0. And 10 minutes later, Atlas had scored the third goal, but it wasn't offside. And in the end, the Atlas won the game 2-0. And with this victory, Atlas got the first three points of the tournament, and Cruz Azul started the tournament with 0 points. Now, the next week, in the week 2, Cruz Azul will play against Toluca in the Azteca Stadium the next Saturday, July 8th, 20:05 Center Time. I think that Cruz Azul is going to improve a lot after this very disastrous game because they played one of the worst games that I have seen Cruz Azul, and I watch a lot of very bad games to Cruz Azul, and I understand because remember how I told you before a minute ago, Cruz Azul they didn't have the four starting players that are very important to this team. I think that Cruz Azul is going to improve a lot in defense, and I think that Cruz Azul is going to improve a lot in the offense, and I think that Cruz Azul is going to win the next game for one or more goal difference, and Cruz Azul will get its first game. His first victory in the championship. So, here's what my opinion about what happened today in the game between Atlas and Cruz Azul, where Atlas defeated 2-0 Cruz Azul. And I talk about the starting lineup that Cruz Azul presented, what happened in the game, and what is going to be the next game of Cruz Azul. See you next video, Gibra.